We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is set to present the significant stride achieved by his administration at the 2023 World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. Marcos is looking forward to present the achievements and undertakings of the government in his meeting with various government and business leaders. The president is also expected to promote the Philippines as a leader, driver of growth, and gateway to the Asia-Pacific region. He will also meet with the Filipino community during his trip. Likewise, Marcos vows to reaffirm the country's commitment to peace in his meetings with the European Union leaders in Switzerland. He said the government is ready to provide President Volodymyr Zelensky with any expression of support that he may need. The president's attendance to the WEF is upon the personal invitation of its founder and chair emeritus, Professor Klaus Schwab. They met at the sidelines of their meetings in Cambodia and Thailand last year.
This is the first in-person meeting of the World Economic Forum since 2020. And before the world came to a standstill because of the pandemic. As such, our theme of cooperation in a fragmented world is quite apropos. We will highlight the steps the Philippines is taking to mend the fissures of such fragmentation, especially in our country, but certainly in partnership with our friends, allies, and partners around the world. I will draw attention to our efforts at building resilient infrastructure that bolsters our effort to reinforce robust and resilient supply chains, ensures food security, including critical interlinkages with health and nutrition, while furthering climate-friendly, clean, and green energy to power the Philippine economy. Moreover, I will share our experience as a model for managing with our global partners the disruptive and transformative impact of COVID. I intend to share our efforts in saving both lives and livelihoods, as well as the people-centered next steps that we are taking to ensure that we are ready to meet the lingering effects of the pandemic.
Meanwhile, the president said the government will maintain a 2-month buffer stock of sugar to ensure a sufficient reserve in the country. In an interview before departing for Switzerland, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. said having a 2-month buffer stock of sugar will prevent possible shortage in the country. Aside from ensuring a buffer stock, the chief executive also discussed measures to curb smuggling as well as to improve the production side of agricultural products. He also explained that the government was forced to import onions to ensure sufficient supply and to stabilize prices in the market. In other news, immigration officers have intercepted a Canadian national possessing multiple travel documents, including a Philippine passport. In a report from the Travel Control and Enforcement Unit, inspectors held the 49-year-old man for questioning after attempting to depart for Taiwan at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 1. The foreign-looking man presented a Philippine passport, but he could not speak Filipino or prove his identity. The Bureau of Immigration's database revealed that the suspect had multiple travels in the country using a Canadian and Hong Kong passport and is a holder of a permanent residence visa. BI officers said his passport and birth certificate could have been fraudulently acquired. The agency is preparing charges of violation of the Philippine Immigration Act against the said suspect. Filipino-American beauty Queen Arbony Gabriel had been crowned the 71st Miss Universe on Sunday morning Philippine time. Gabriel bested 83 other national delegates, including Amanda Dudamel from Venezuela, who was the first runner-up, followed by Andreina Martinez from the Dominican Republic. She is also the very first Filipino-American to win Miss USA in October last year. Gabriel is an accomplished fashion designer, model, and sewing instructor, and the CEO of her own sustainable clothing line, Arbony Nola. She also teaches sewing classes to women that have survived human trafficking and domestic violence. Meanwhile, Celeste Cortesi, the representative of the Philippines, failed to advance to the top 16. Cortesi won the Miss Universe Philippines crown in May 2022. And that is the latest and the biggest stories from the PNA Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the social media pages of the Presidential Communications Office and on Radio Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I am William Theo. We tell stories that inspire change.